folks. Hold that. Not letting them run is crazy, bro. And he got his blicked and he dropped the pipe.
The events caught on camera during the funeral, played in a courtroom Friday afternoon.
That what playing?
Funeral.
Oh.
Scrambling.
Everybody hit the floor. Everybody. Oh.
Outside.
Hold that. Not letting them run is crazy, bro. And he got his blicked and he dropped the pipe. You holding that with the pipe. He dropped the pipe and started getting blicked as soon as he took off.
On surveillance video
and he walked him down
last October
and chased him down.
Their last goodbyes to a loved one. The events caught on.
And there was a lady too, and then she gonna hop up and limp.
To a loved one.
Lady, you tweaked. He could have saved all y'all life. He just dropped a fat blick as soon as he tried to run.
And Shawn Davis are first seen dressed in all black outside a restaurant across the street from the church. For about 20 to 30 minutes, the two people appear to survey the area. And at one point, you see one holding a handgun and another hiding something under their clothes. Eventually, they cross the street and open fire. Both of them shoot at the crowd outside the church. Then one of them chases after a victim while still firing their weapon.
And he walked him down.
In one part of the frame, you can see horses used to pull a carriage holding a casket get scared.
Even the horse is gone like
one was hit.
I didn't even see that. Even the horses took off like see you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile, he go. He ain't no horse ain't playing no game.
You then see a woman who was struck limping towards the church to take cover. And seconds later, one of the people dressed in black runs away, followed by the other.
Yeah.
According to the Allegheny County District Attorney's Office, 23 shots were fired outside the church that day. One victim hit 13 times. In total, 5 people were shot, and a 6th was hurt as people ran from the scene.
Did anybody die?
Police testified Nixon and Davis took off in a Hyundai near the shooting.
Yeah.
They traced the car to an address in McKees Rocks and saw the two come out of the house at that address before stopping them on the McKees Rocks Bridge.
Y'all stupid.
For both Nixon and Davis.
Why do people keep catching bodies and then driving home? You don't think they gonna track the car all the way to the crib? What the that's not a good strategy.
Who the shooters are in the video. Casey White is representing Nixon.
The individuals who did the shooting are covered in all black, dressed in all black, and they are unidentifiable.
Look at him, boy.
All of this is a lot for his client to unpack as he awaits trial.
You know, he's disappointed with the result. I think he was happy to see that there are a lot of holes in the Commonwealth's case.
The suspects will be back in court in March for their formal arraignment. For now, reporting in downtown, Lauren Linder, KDKA News.
Wasn't so lucky and ended up getting killed after his cousin went live at a friend's funeral. PSO Emmett. PSO Emmett was a 16-year-old rapper from Memphis, Tennessee, who was making waves in the city with tracks like Sliding and Tonight. He was gaining the local buzz and racked up hundreds of thousands of views on some of his YouTube videos.
Why are you talking like that? Who the f is this lame corny ass right here? No. I'm just talking. Why he sound like that? Talking the videos. Folks, talk regular, folks. I'm trying to have a hard time following you.
Before Emmett had a chance to make it big as a rapper, he was gunned down while attending his friend's funeral. On Saturday, October 23rd,
he got killed.
Beasley, aka PSO
at his friend's funeral?
was
God
at a funeral
damn.
for his friend, DeMarco Smith, another teen from Memphis, who had died.
That nigga said, bro, that said he was born in 2005, bro. That shit is fucked up.
The funeral was at a church.
So it was at the funeral at this church right here?
His cousin was there to pay their respects. On the way to the funeral, Emmett's cousin, PSO Day Day, recorded a live stream that showed them walking with a group down the road to the church where the funeral was.
Damn!
Towards the end of the stream, Day Day sent shots at his ops, telling the people in the live who were tuned in that they ain't never been on shit. They never even sent a slingshot our way.
Oh! We gotta watch the live. We gotta watch the live, folks.
Niggas ain't never been on good. Nigga ain't been on I ain't never sent a slingshot our way.
But folks, you can't be doing that, folks. Y'all gotta start thinking for real, bro. That don't go together. That don't make no sense, bro. So your homie passed, right? All you and your other homies is going to his funeral. And you still playing, bro. You still playing with the street. The streets is undefeated. still playing though? You still anti? Like, what was your point of doing that?
All right, little bro. Sounds good.
And the girl trying to tell you to shut up, bro.
This happened Saturday along Hunter Avenue in the Hyde Park neighborhood of Memphis. That victim, 16-year-old Emmett Beasley, aspiring rapper. Again tonight, MPD telling us.
And he was also, because that was his cousin.
Yeah, enemies
that's
would
crazy.
be spotted up outside, even knowing local enforcement was on the scene. As soon as they left for a moment, they sprayed it up. The police said as many as 6 people was fighting. At one point in time, guns was drawn and shots was fired. 3 firearms were recovered during the investigation. Now that was only 3 days before the funeral was shot up as well. But the probation officer didn't say nothing. And he had an extensive rap sheet. 2 years ago, he almost shot a clerk with his gun jam.
5 at Target, 11 at...
Another shooting. Just days before, there was over 50 shots. On the north side of Pittsburgh, he was one of 6 people arrested. He have 2 open cases, and the only teenager that was in that case.
700 used to be cool with another crew called EBG, but then somebody sparked a beef, and they've been at war ever since. Muni allegedly shot an OG from 700, so Junior Boss and a bunch of other 700 affiliates clapped back. They pulled up on Muni with 4 different cars and started letting off shots. It's not clear who actually killed Muni, but a lot of people claim it was Junior Boss who took him out. Junior Boss is also charged with killing a dude named Emmett Beasley, aka PSO Emmett, in 2021. Rumors say Junior Boss...
That's the nigga that got killed at his homie funeral on Instagram Live. That was supposed to be him that caught that body? Y'all getting active in Memphis. What up, Mula? It's your boy Mac Mula, aka Mr. Mula Mac. I'm back with another video. Y'all know how we rock it, man. Cloud stocking, man. Keep the cushion in my pocket, man. Listen, check it out. We in Memphis, man. They saying this beef getting crazy out there in Memphis. I don't know. Memphis been crazy, boy. Y'all
Mac Critter and Lil Double O came up on the same street in Memphis and repped the same game. But today we're breaking down the brutal story that sparked their beef and split the game in half. Mac Critter and Lil Double O are from 7th Street on the north side of Memphis. They're both affiliated with a gang called 700, but they had ties to different crews too, like Walk Down and Train to Go, aka WDG and TTG. Mac Critter was originally from a hood in North Memphis called Scudderfield, but when they closed down the projects in the early 2000s, he moved to 7th Street. Mac Critter got active in the streets when he was like 12 years old. He started getting locked up at an early age, but Mac was rapping at the same time too. He started dropping music back in 2017, but none of it was really popping off back then, and Mac kept both feet in the trenches. Mac was going in and out of jail all the time, but then he decided to switch things up and really try to make it in the rap game. An OG from 7th Street named Scratch signed Mac Critter when he was 18, but it took a while for his name to start buzzing in the city. Mac stayed on the grind though, and in 2021, he popped off with the track Torture. He shouted out 700 and Lil Double O on the track and rapped, "We really putting 6 feet, this shit forever, 700 GD. These hoes be talking like they know me. Ho, you don't know me, so please do not speak on me. Keep Tony G with me, and Lil Double O creep with me." Around the same time Mac Critter started popping off, his homie Lil Double O was making waves in the rap game too.
I think I heard
They were making
Lil
up in the
Double O.
studio on tracks like Act Up, Laser Quest, and Gravedigger, and it looked like Mac Critter and Lil Double O were gonna take over the industry together. Both of them had connections to huge artists in the game too. Lil Double O signed a deal with Future's label, and Mac Critter linked up with Gucci Mane and signed a 1017. In 2023, Mac Critter went on Off the Porch and said that he reached out to Gucci Mane, and Gucci hit him back immediately.
I reached out to him, and he hit me back instantly. I was like, damn.
Lil Double O was locked up while Mac Critter was doing an interview, but he shouted out Double O and his brother Baby Walk Down and said they had known each other since they were kids. But behind the industry success, Mac and Double O had ties to a brutal war going on in Memphis that ended up splitting their gang in half. According to reports, it all started when a 700 member named Junior Boss got killed by the ops in 2023. Junior Boss was allegedly one of the biggest shooters in the crew, and his dad was an OG from 7th Street named Maserati Bo. Maserati Bo was one of the most well-respected dudes on the north side of Memphis. He was known for getting money in the streets and driving exotic cars. Maserati Bo was tight with Scratch too, and there's even videos of them riding around in a Bentley back in the day. Maserati Bo ended up getting killed in a car crash, but his son Junior Boss followed him into the street life and was allegedly putting in major work for 700. 700 used to be cool with another crew called EBG, but then somebody sparked a beef and they've been at war ever since. Rumors say that a dude from EBG named Muni started beefing with Lil Double O's brother, Baby Walk Down, and that's how everything started. But it didn't take long for bodies to start dropping. Muni allegedly shot an OG from 700, so Junior Boss and a bunch of other 700 affiliates clapped back.
Oh!
They pulled up on Muni with 4 different cars and started letting off shots.
Gang. Oh!
It's not clear who actually killed Muni, but a lot of people claim it was Junior Boss who took him out. Junior Boss is also charged with killing a dude named Emmett Beasley, aka PSO Emmett, in 2021.
Oh.
Rumors say Junior Boss.
That's the nigga that got killed at his homie funeral on Instagram Live. That was supposed to be him that caught that body? Y'all getting active in Memphis. Hold on, y'all, because y'all know I love putting y'all on to that easy money. CashKick.com is a free to use cash rewards marketplace that helps you save and grow your money. This is some of the simplest and easiest ways to make money right now. All you have to do is play mobile games on your phone and you can earn up to $500 per deal. Now remember, I said CashKick.com is free to use, so they will never ever ask you to send them any type of money. Signing up is super easy. All you need is an email and a password. Once you sign up, all you have to do is download your first offer and start making money. Now your offers and reward amounts can change at any time. So that means you can download a game on your phone, play it for long enough, make $500 on one day, and the next day you can download a whole nother game, play it for long enough, make $300. Next day, same thing. This is some of the easiest money I can tell you about right now. And again, you can earn up to $500 per deal. So this is what I need you to do. Go to CashKick.com, make you an account, activate your account. Make sure you turn on allow tracking on your phone so that the app can actually track how much you're playing the game and earn you some of the easiest money you can make. Y'all can't say I ain't never did nothing for you. Okay.
Pressure on the ops, but in 2023, all the violence caught up to him. 700 also had beef with a set called 400, and in 2023, a dude from 400 named Zay Street slid into 700's hood and started letting off shots. Junior Boss shot back and killed Zay Street, but Junior Boss got hit up too and died at the scene. Junior Boss,
so he died blinking back,
dude from 400 named Zay Street slid into 700's hood and started letting. And in 2023, a dude from 400 named Zay Street slid into 700's hood and started letting off shots. Junior Boss shot back and killed Zay Street, but Junior Boss got hit up too and died at the scene. Junior Boss.
They both died blinking at each other. Imagine you get unalived at the scene, and you and your killer get killed. Y'all both took each other out right there. That's crazy.
Dying was a huge loss for 700. And on the track, Long Live Junior Boss, his homie WDJD rapped, Junior B died. That shit there was crazy. But he didn't go by himself. Drake the man, pick him up, come help.
Yeah.
How you leave brother all by himself? Some people think Junior Boss also took out a dude from EBG named Lil Said. Lil Said went missing back in 2022. Then a few months later, his body was found in a lake. Rumors say that Said and some other EBG dudes went sliding, but got chased down by the ops. Then they crashed their whip, and Said's body flew into the lake. A lot of people say that Said's death was just a car crash.
He said they slid on some ops. The ops get the busing back. They like, oh, they got too much. Get up out of there. They get up out of there. They crash into the water. And they find his body in there like 3-4 months later. But that ain't what the streets saying though. The streets is half and half. Some of the streets saying he crashed. Some of the streets saying somebody,
It didn't have anything to do with the ops.
Memphis
but
crazy
after Junior
though.
Boss was killed, an EBG member hopped on social media and said that Said and Muni could finally get some rest. Lil Double O isn't the only dude in 700 who has ties to Future. Rumors say that Future's been cool with them for years, and he shouted out Junior Boss on the track Ocean when he rapped, Junior Boss went out, his gun blowing, always said he'd take a nigga with him. Rider Squad going on a rampage, 700 block niggas, madman. Before Mac Ritter and Lil Double O's generation started putting on for 700, the dudes on 7th Street used to be called Murder Squad. The cops are always trying to take them down, and back in 2015, they got hit with a huge indictment and 16 members got locked up. Future got locked in with Murder Squad around 2014 through a dude named Zona Man, another rapper signed to Future's label Free Bands. Ever since then, Future started rocking with the younger members of Murder Squad heavy and became a mentor to dudes like Mac Critter and Lil Double O. Mac Critter says he learned how to rap just from studying Future in the studio, and even though he signed to Gucci's label 1017, he was still an unofficial member of Free Bands. In 2018, Future dropped the track Cut on My Wrist
Cut on my
and
wrist.
rapped, I keep
cut
the
on my
city on
wrist.
my shoulders, carry around like a bag of stacks. I put a kid on the Bentayga, Dr. Miami, the ass fat. Nigga wanna play with the murder squad. Around, I had to call up Scratch. After Junior Boss died, Mac Critter and Lil Double O started beefing out of nowhere. Mac Critter's brother Mac D hopped on live and said that some dudes from Walk Down tried to shoot him, so he was trying to Walk Down after that.
She never shot at me. I'm trying to kill Walk Down on my mama. I'm trying to take one head off. I'm a troll every day.
Then while Mac Critter and Mac D were on IG Live, Lil Double O hopped in the comments and said he was gonna piss on Mac Critter and his homie Vato's graves. Vato clapped back on IG and told Double O to keep his name out of his mouth, but then the situation got even more heated. Mac Critter said that Walk Down isn't part of 700 and even started dissing Double O's mom. Then he took the disrespect to another level and leaked a video of Baby Walk Down allegedly hooking up with another dude. Baby Walk Down clapped back and said that he snatched Mac Critter's chain and made his homie Mac D kiss his Drake. But rumors say that Mac Critter actually let Baby Walk Down borrow his chain back when everybody was still cool with each other and Baby Walk Down never snatched it. Then Lil Double O responded to the situation and said that he's got way more money than Mac Critter and said he wasn't gonna give him any extra clout.
Show us how thin is, man. If you can't do this, show how thick your jewelry is. It ain't real. Quit. Quit. And I ain't giving you no clout.
Mac Critter also dissed Double O about a situation with Real Boston Richie. Richie and Lil Double O are both signed to Future's label, but Richie allegedly sent shots at Double O on the track Cut Off Boston Richie when he rapped, "Acting like you the only rap trap shooter, I'm sick of y'all. This shit I got in my pants will knock a blicky soft." And phone them Walk Down, cause known for getting they shit stomped. Took off like a plane, just go and ask him, we gon' hit something. Mac Critter claimed that Lil Double O asked him to help him make a Boston Richie diss track. He also called Boston Richie a rat and said that he palmed Double O's head. Then Boston Richie got exposed for some alleged paperwork by another dude on Future's label named NFL 2-Wop. According to the alleged paperwork, Boston Richie snitched on a dude named Wig who threatened him. Then 1090 Jake found more paperwork that allegedly proved Richie ratted in another case back in 2013. It's not clear if Boston Richie worked with the cops or not, but some people think he got 2-Wop killed for airing the situation out. 2-Wop was shot and killed in 2023, and rumors started flying that Boston Richie had put a bag on his head. There's no evidence that the story's true, but now people think Boston Richie could get wrapped up in Mac Critter and Double O's drama too. Nobody knows what really sparked the beef, but rumors say that it actually started before Junior Boss got killed and because Mac Critter backdoored another 700 member. Back in 2022, a dude from 700 named Mac Dimp was at an empty lot on 660 Wells Avenue in North Memphis. A witness said he watched an SUV pull up to the lot and Mac Critter was inside the whip. Mac Critter told Dimp to come over to the SUV, and that's when Mac Critter's homie Gary Taylor upped his strap and killed Dimp. According to rumors, Dimp had a baby with Mac Critter's sister. The relationship wasn't good though, and Dimp was allegedly putting hands on her. And that's why Mac and his homies allegedly killed him. Mac Critter's homie Butterball was allegedly there when they killed Dump. And rumors say someone else in 700 ended up killing him. On December 21st, 2022, the cops were investigating the murder scene in North Memphis. A bunch of people were standing around watching the situation. And right before the cops were about to leave, someone in the crowd upped their strap and killed Butterball while he was driving past. Some people think Butterball got backdoored by 700 because he was involved with Dimp's death. But there's no evidence to back the story up. Mac Critter got booked for Dimp's murder though, and is still fighting the case. Dimp isn't the only body Mac Critter allegedly caught though. One of the biggest rappers from EBG is a dude named Jizzel. Jizzel got booked for an attempted murder when he was 13.
He was into
called a juvenile.
He was into, I think EBG into it with Pusheisty now.
Now life sentence for robbery a few years later. He skated on the case and got off for probation. But then Jizzel got booked again for shooting up someone's whip. Jizzel was putting work in the streets, but he also blew up in the rap game and worked with huge stars like Snoop Dogg. Even though he was on his way to hitting the mainstream, Jizzel didn't leave the street politics behind and started beefing with Mac Critter. Rumors say that Mac Critter killed one of Jizzle's homies, and Jizzle never did anything about it. And on the track Ho Jizzle, Mac Critter rapped, "Speak on me, I'll pull your whole card. I'm the 556 guy. Ho Jizzle spoke on me, I buried his homie. He won't tell that part." Mac Critter wasn't the only rapper from Memphis who had beef with EBG Jizzle. Before he was locked up, Pusheisty dissed Jizzle on the track Back in Blood with Lil Durk. On the song, Pusheisty rapped, "Extorting like the 80s. Want something back? Get it in blood. Yeah, you know who took that shit from you. Come get it back in blood. Pooh Shiesty was talking about a situation where his crew allegedly stole some guns from Jizzel and his homies. According to Pooh, Jizzel knew exactly who did it, but was scared to confront him. Jizzel and his homie Moose Slime dropped a remix to Back in Blood, where they responded to the diss. They also talked about the situation in an interview, and Jizzel admitted that Pooh Shiesty did steal some guns from them, but no one was home at the time, so it wasn't a big deal. He also said that Pooh was capping in his raps and wasn't really as tough as the fans thought he was. They kept trading disses on social media for a while, and Jizzel dropped a few more diss tracks. Then Pooh Shiesty got locked up, so the beef died down, but it gave Jizzel more exposure for his own music. Jizzel's in jail right now, and Lil Double O is allegedly locked down on house arrest in Florida for gun and drug charges. Matt Critter's still free, but he allegedly sussed the Dent murder case hanging over his head and could get locked up any day. Fans were shocked when Matt Critter and Lil Double O started taking shots at each other out of nowhere. They were putting on for the same thing and have been homies for years. But if Matt Critter really did kill another dude in 700, the whole situation makes way more sense. Now TTG and WDG have split up completely, and there's no telling how crazy the situation on 7th Street is about to get.
And so these, hold on, wait a second. So these is into it with each other and they on the same block. That should be happening, and that's what make a lot of these cities dangerous. Like, so if you from O Block, yeah, you gotta worry about 63rd, but you also gotta worry about who you with every day. Other than O Block, bro, we seen what happened to A-Roy, rest in peace. One of his so-called homies, one of the guys killed him in O Block. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that divided up O Block because some people was on his side. I'm sure some people was on the other side. Like, you know. So it get weird and tricky and spooky like that, folks. I'm going to tell y'all what to do. I'm going to tell you step one right here. Step one, don't jump off the porch. And if you do jump off the porch, jump your ass back on. Number two, if you is in the streets, get you some money, move to the suburbs, and have you some cheering. Because, man, y'all out here getting smoked, going to jail, folks.
Man, meet John James Hornesses Jr. He was one of 3 people who lost their life on
at the
October
funeral.
15, 2022. May they rest in peace and love and condolences to their The other 2 were innocent bystanders. 2 females waiting at a local bus stop.
2
Jacqueline
females.
Mihaly
That's
and
crazy.
Betty Everett. This incident happened on Cedar Street, Pittsburgh, North Side. Footage would later come out to show John and his friend would be shooting back, but it seems John had lost his life in the process. 2 friends would get arrested, and later charges dropped. J-Lone Hines and Churn Trout.
As we got a new look at new surveillance video just released from another shooting.
This video was introduced as evidence during a preliminary hearing today for 21-year-old J-Lone Hines. He is accused in the shooting on Pittsburgh's north side, where 3 people were killed, including 2 innocent bystanders. You can see a number of shots were fired onto Cedar Avenue. Hines and a 19-year-old man are facing homicide charges. Hines is also charged with conspiring with John Hornes Jr., who was the 3rd person killed.
Y'all must be some stupid. Y'all get caught. Like, what is the problem? Like, y'all be slow. That's all right.
In that shooting.
A couple days later, John would have his funeral, and his enemies would be spotted up outside. Even knowing local enforcement was on the scene, as soon as they left for a moment, they sprayed it up. Check the footage inside the church that was live streamed.
To enlist John's football expertise.
Is this the hold on? Is this the same that died blinking back?
18-year-old man are facing homicide charges.
I think this the same dude. Okay, so this the funeral of the was blinking back
John
and got
Hornes
caught.
Jr., who was the 3rd person killed in that shooting.
A couple days later, John would have his funeral.
Yeah,
his enemies would be spotted up outside. Even knowing local enforcement was on the scene, as soon as they left for a moment, they sprayed it up. Check the footage inside the church that was live streamed.
To enlist John's football expertise, he remained a North Shore stallion. John's love for basketball began at the Pittsburgh Project, Urban Impact, Allegheny Elementary School, Allegheny Middle School, and Alderdice High School.
That's crazy, bro.
And we're gonna stop it there. But this the suspects outside the
get
church.
Low. Get low. That's all I can say. Ron, got big.
That Ford truck with him. they saw the police and they went back to the alley.
They saw the police and went back to the alley.
When that Ford truck let them know that the police
and the Ford
left,
truck was with them. Okay, because I was wondering when the Ford truck was walking up, was pulling up, I'm like, how the hell they make it back around this other side of the church though? Because somebody would have snitched on they. That was like an old lady or something.
Let them know that the police left, as they mentioned in the news clip, as they had to alert to another location for a second, which they regret. They used that one moment, fam.
So let me see what time was it. 11:39. They waited 20 more minutes.
They used that one moment, fam.
20 minutes. They said they gone.
And came back.
Pulled their blicks out. It's finna go down. 20 minutes later. That's crazy. 20 minutes. They waited 20 minutes for that motherfucker. They say real killers patient. That's what they say, for. I'm just letting you know what they say. Walked all the way to the front of the church. And I remember seeing the person who got blicked dropped his pipe and did not make it.
Those two people was later arrested. Teenagers. And they both had a lot going on at the time of the shooting. Shawn Davis to the left, 18.
18, he was like 16, right?
16. So we cleared this Hezekiah walking in family.
Stupid. I'll just be.
Just 16 years old.
Just be.
Shawn.
You could just see the on it, like you could see the stupid on their face. Like, all this.
Talk about
dumb,
how they got
I don't
caught.
think it's cool.
Shawn was on probation for a shooting that happened inside a local mall. But at that time, he was only 17 years old. It happened at a mall called Rawls Park Mall in PA. Apparently, a fight broke out on the second floor of the mall. It was around 4:30 p.m. It was on a Saturday. The police said as many as 6 people was fighting. At one point in time, guns was drawn and shots was fired. 3 firearms were recovered during the investigation. And the only juvenile arrested on the scene, 17-year-old Shawn Davis. Now, while on probation, a year later, Shawn would end up taking his ankle monitor off. And he would go to a jail phone call while talking to his friend and show him the ankle monitor as if though he instructed him on how to do so.
This video was recorded between Shawn Davis, right, and Darian being held.
I said you ain't had to cut it or nothing, did you, dog?
Edit?
No, you ain't had to cut it. Cut your situation or not.
No.
Oh, I was about to say, you out there?
That bitch definitely ain't on, though. That joint right here.
Oh, that's my. Oh, you gotta do it again. Show 3.
And then laughing at him. Like, y'all are stupid. You see what I'm saying? You can't talk to these. If y'all too stupid to understand, let me not show myself doing some felony illegal on a jail call. Out here,
Grandma.
Hey, what, bro? That joint was about to break, bro. I'm like, dog. But I remember you told me, like, bro, you can't be bending this.
Yeah, you just gotta apply pressure on it. Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Bro, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Oh, you just got bought. He talking about some, yeah, you just gotta apply a little pressure on it. You just admitted to yourself doing the same you goofy.
Hey, Grandma.
I just snap that clip off. I'm like, oh.
Now, that was only 3 days before the funeral was shot up as well. But the probation officer didn't say nothing. And he had an extensive rap sheet. 2 years ago, he almost shot a clerk, but his gun jammed.
5, a Target 11 exclusive. One of the teens accused of opening fire outside of a church on Friday at a funeral.
What the is going on?
Store clerk 2 years ago, but the gun jammed. And that incident, like the funeral shooting, was also caught on surveillance video. Tonight, Shawn Davis and Hezekiah Nixon remain behind in connection with Friday's shooting. Channel 11 News got exclusive video of the teens being walked into police headquarters for questioning just hours after the gunfire.
The surveillance video from 2020 fighting with a clerk at a downtown electronics store. The clerk tackles Davis to the ground, but then lets him up. On his way out the door, Davis turns, pulls a gun, and tries to fire.
And then and then after he tackled you and let you go, you went back to the door and upped your pipe and tried to blick him down because you pretty much just got your ass beat. That's not even a like, you get what I'm saying? It don't be about no money. These just want to crash out so they can go to jail and be like, I crashed out harder than you. You should be scared of me, huh? It's kind of, why you want to go in there all so bad with all these, with these, y'all is.
According to the clerk, jams. Davis then takes off.
Don't understand.
He's arrested and charged with aggravated assault and prohibited possession of a firearm. 1 year later, while out on bond, Davis is arrested again and accused of firing shots inside Ross Park Mall. No one is hit. The case is ultimately dismissed after sources say a judge raised identification issues. Davis' bond is revoked, though, and in this year, he pleads guilty to aggravated assault in that downtown store altercation. According to an email obtained by Target 11, prosecutors recommended 3 to 6 years in a state prison based on Davis' criminal history. Sources tell Target 11 Davis has 2 previous gun possession charges as a juvenile. It's unclear what happened in those cases because juvenile records are sealed. But Judge Tom Flaherty releases him from the Allegheny County Jail after serving 9 months of a 10 to 23-month sentence for that aggravated assault. He was placed on 6 months of electronic monitoring on June 28th. So on the day of the funeral shooting, he should have still been wearing an ankle bracelet. Now, I asked the court administrator if Davis was wearing that ankle bracelet at the time of the shooting on Friday or if he cut it off. They declined to answer that question. I also questioned Judge Flaherty about the sentence. He said he could not discuss it. I talked with the victim in that aggravated assault case as well. He declined an interview but expressed disappointment in both the sentence and the nearly 2 years it took to resolve that case.
Well, we know now, fam, based on the video thus far, he took that ankle monitor off. Now, the day they got caught, Hezekiah Nixon got into the car they used to do the shooting. But also, Hezekiah had on him a firearm that had shell casing matching.
Did you hear what he just said, bro? He said they got caught in the car that they used to do the shoot at the funeral. I'm no genius.
Another shooting just days before. There was over 50 shots on the north side of Pittsburgh. He was one of 6 people arrested. He have 2 open cases and the only teenager that was in that case.
Prosecutors showed new surveillance video in court today that they say proves a 16-year-old and 5 other people are responsible for a deadly shooting in the city of Pittsburgh.
These 5 people are charged in the August shooting in the city's California Kirkbride neighborhood. One man was killed.
Let me put it like this: Rondo and C-Day got caught for a body of a cab driver or some shit or whatever they say, and they got like 40 years. So if these don't get any less than, bro.
Other people were hurt. Police say
these get less than
58 shell casings were fired from 8 firearms.
Right now.
Prosecutors say the videos presented in court today showed the gunman responsible. But the defense argued that while the video may depict a shooting, it's not possible to see who was there nor whom fired. During today's preliminary hearing, we heard from Casey White. He is the attorney for one of the defendants, 16-year-old Hezekiah Nixon. Nixon is charged as an adult in the August 7th shooting and is sitting in the Allegheny County Jail tonight. He is also charged in connection to the shooting that happened outside of a funeral home in Brighton Heights in October.
Crash out. He's young. He's scared. I mean, he's in solitary confinement for 23 hours a day.
Boy, he broke. Mentally, he's gone. At 16 years old, I don't think anybody has the willpower. It's a very, 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 very small amount of people that got the willpower to take 23 and a 1 in the county jail at 16 years old. After you got bodies on your name, you hit them bodies, folks, and all you got is time and a little bit of space to go crazy with some nasty food. And no, boy.
He's a lot of questions are running through his head. These are allegations that are very heavy, that carry a lot of weight.
And after all this time, almost 2 years later, the DA comes out and say retaliation was the motive behind the shootings. Nothing else. A Pittsburgh street war. Yeah. Once one body dropped, they retaliated. Yeah. Some did the same night. And police are saying these 2 teenagers were involved in a span of 12 months. 20 people being shot on 3 occasions and 4 people losing their life. And that's just what they know. This has to be the story of 2 of the most ruthless teenagers ever coming out of Pittsburgh. Family, let me know how you guys feel about this one in the comments.
They stupid.
Once they trials start and get the rock and rolling, I'll make sure I keep you guys updated. With all that being said, talk to me in the comments.
Yeah,
Don't forget.
They only thing that might have a shot is that 16-year-old, but he got charged as an adult, so I can't even say that. Yeah, they're fucked. Bro, good luck, buddy. I got all the shit. That's all I give you, boy, and that ain't gonna work. You gonna need a motherfucking hell gonna have to freeze over before you get out of jail, boy. Oh my God, what happened to Virgil? Y'all is, especially if y'all get, it depends. If they get found guilty of all charges or all them bodies, like, oh no, it's gonna get real spooky for them, boy. And they talking about folks and that doing 2301 at 16 with 4 bodies and 20 shootings on his head, nigga. Know that them demons got that boy in there. You hear me? Oh my God. Rest in peace to everybody though, but God.